What a game the Knicks just played. They somehow keep finding ways to get it done and stun the San Antonio Spurs to take game two. They are now up 2-0 in the series going back to Madison Square Garden. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter video, but I'll give you guys my thoughts and analysis on the game. I'm not going to be around to edit it this weekend, so I got to make it quick and just get it up. So Spurs controlled the start of the game, and Julian Champagnie had another great start from deep, and he was really a big reason that they were able to get out to their strong start. Also, Karl-Anthony Towns was doing great, just controlling the offense as a facilitator, and he was being aggressive when he needed to. He had a few threes, and he was attacking Wemby great downhill, and he was struggling in the first half containing Karl-Anthony Towns. Finished with a 21-point double-double with 13 rebounds and 4 assists. So he was able to kind of get things going on the offense. And in the second half, when they started to find an answer for Karl-Anthony Towns, it kind of opened up some other problems for the Spurs defense. And they played some great defense tonight, just overall. I'm not saying that the Spurs have a bad defense. They were playing physical defense, and they were making the Knicks work for a lot of shots. Also, just talking about that in the second half a little bit, Mikal Bridges, he had a great start shooting. 8 for 9 after his first miss, made it 8 for 9. 4 for 4 from the perimeter, and there was a possession that they were just moving the ball, and everybody got a touch. Multiple guys getting paint touches, passing the ball, and then as they used all 24 seconds, Bridges gets up a corner three and drops it down. Also, I think the turning point for the Knicks, where they were able to get that momentum and take the lead, put it up to double digits for a little bit. Stephon Castle got some foul trouble early in the second quarter, and he had 3 fouls. I had to sit him for like 7 minutes in a row to end the half. And he honestly, he was one of the best players. I think he was the best guard that was able to defend Jalen Brunson throughout the night. He had an answer for most of the other guards that were getting thrown at him, but Stephon Castle, he was very much giving Jalen Brunson some trouble. He didn't shoot well tonight, but he still found a way to get it done in the clutch. And he's, I think that I think that Brunson being, I think that Brunson's struggling as much as he is from just the shooting percentage is why Towns, Anunoby, Hart, Shamet, McBride, they all need to step up tonight. They all need to step up throughout the series if they want to win. And tonight they did. Mikal Bridges had a great night, like I said. Landry Shamet, again, another 15-point night off the bench. He is, I said it before in my shorter video talking about the keys to the game. I talked about it in my analysis on game one. Landry Shamet is going to be one of the most important players in this series. He's a bench player, but he's still very effective from three, 58% at one point in this game on the series. And he's just, he is going to be the, I know he's not going to win Finals MVP, but he deserves the recognition for his contributions off the bench. Also, I mean, just speaking about the starters, Josh Hart was kind of underwhelming. He did find other ways to contribute. He had a bunch of rebounds, like he always does. He had some nice assists, but 0 points, 5 fouls, including a flagrant where he ended up grabbing somebody's ankle. I'm trying to remember who it was, but he grabbed somebody's ankle, called it a flagrant, and gave up more points. So, Josh Hart, you need to be better than you were tonight. But other than that, other than the lack of scoring, he played a decent-ish game. Also, there was a moment that there was a sequence from the late third quarter into the early fourth that the Knicks were running a set with Bridges, Shamet, McBride, Robinson, and Alvarado, and the Knicks were able to stay afloat and genuinely keep the Spurs at bay and even add on to their lead a little bit with one starter on the floor. One. And the Spurs had Wemby, Castle, Keldon Johnson, Stephon Wemby, Castle, Johnson. They had their big guys out on the floor, and the Knicks were able to hold their own with one starter. like I said, this Knicks bench is deep. When they can get going, it makes the game a lot easier for the starters. OG Anunoby had another good night. Great two-way game, a couple of clutch blocks. He had 3 clutch free throws at the end of towards the end of the fourth quarter, where he was able to put the Knicks up by 3, and also he was putting up a lot of points. He was contributing both ways. And like I said, after that, the Spurs were starting to claw their way back in. They tied it. Anunoby hit those 3 free throws, and at one point, with under a minute, the Spurs actually led by 2 because Wemby had a nice and one. Speaking of Wemby, he needed to be more aggressive in the first half. I think he picked it up in the second half, and he was very good as a defensive anchor. He was contesting shots. He had 20 plus second half points. And I think him being aggressive, if they want to win this series, he's going to need to do it for 40 minutes, but he's got to be better in the first half. Also, just I know he had a great game, and it shouldn't be this way. This shouldn't be what people remember, but I know it will be. Brunson had 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Remy gets the ball, and he ended up throwing it at Stephon Castle's back. Brunson picks it up and gets fouled by Wembanyama, and then he ended up getting another chance to redeem himself. Got the last shot down by 1, and missed it. I know that was a quick video, wasn't my best, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it.